Welcome to BackChat. I'm your host, Hamman. Welcome, everybody. This is BackChat, partly hosted by Backtrack. This evening, we're chatting to Leroux Hamman, a hurdling sensation. We're going to have a good chat with him. We're going to talk all things athletics, life, motivation, education, the works. So he's going to jump on now. We struggled earlier. Leroux had an outdated Instagram, but now he's up to date. He's done it again. So hopefully everything works A-OK. Hinda, how's everybody doing? Welcome, guys. Milano, I see you. Pilani Butelezi, John Seliga, we see you, Speedster. Welcome, everybody. Lucinda Pinar, Coach Lucinda is in here. Comment for share. I see you. Let's see if Leroux is gonna be able to connect this time around. I see you, Leroux. Let's give it a go, brother. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. It is Monday. Productive Monday for you guys. But yeah, it's time for the chat now. So sit back, relax. You can put it there whilst you're doing your other stuff. Yo, Leroux.
Yo,
hey, you finally did it, man. Well done and congrats.
Technology, man, it's tough.
It's not for everybody, yeah? You're getting old, man.
Yeah, they asked me in a race, yeah, I'm the oldest now. Now everybody knows I'm the oldest.
Woo. And you're still young, man. I mean, for the hurdles, you're still young. But it's good, man. Thanks for joining, man. It's really, really good to have you here. I know a lot of people want to hear the Leroux Hamman story. But we're going to have a good time, man. Remember, this is a chat. It's not an interview. It's going to be simple. Yeah. You can have your cup of coffee there or whatever you want. It's going to be like...
Yeah, no. Always nice chatting with you.
Cool, man. So I'm going to start with an introduction so that the people who are watching can know exactly who we are dealing with. And then from there on, we'll get right into it. All right. Is that cool?
Yeah, perfect, man. I'm just here.
Super. Ladies and gentlemen, with us this evening, we've got Leroux Hamman. Listen up. He is an Olympian, World University Games 400-meter hurdle semi-finalist, 2 times SA Under 23 champion, as well as a 2-time SA senior 400-meter hurdles champion, World Junior Championship, part of Team SA. That's a long time ago, as well as IAAF World Challenge 400-meter hurdles gold medalist. Ladies and gentlemen, Leroux Hamman.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
That's a
you see, with that World Championships, there wasn't Instagram yet, the junior champs. So
yeah. There wasn't Instagram. Otherwise, by now you'd have like 20,000 followers, ne?
Yeah, would have made a difference.
All right, man. But good to have you here. Yo, I just want to give like an update. Like, you know, when I think of South African athletics, man, a lot of things happening that are exciting. I don't know if you see what's happening, but I'll give you an update. Over the weekend, Kyle Bluchno throws a 21-24, Olympic Games qualifier. We've got the likes of Patuchedzo Maswanganyi. Did you hear he ran 9.87 seconds? As well.
I recently just read the article about it. It's just bad luck for him with the wind, that's all.
Yeah. Yes. But I mean, it's good. It's good. It gives me a tail at 9.94. So, hey, athletics is looking good, man. We're looking healthy. And yeah, now we need the 400-meter hurdle guys to be rocking now, huh, Leroux?
Yeah, the 400 meters is always very competitive.
Oh.
And every year there's a new guy coming and bringing his own. So this year it's Leroux. He's running 49s. He had his second 49 over the weekend. Yeah, the moment you run your 49s, then you know it's serious business.
In the game. Yeah, we'll get to your journey to 49 as well. I think you've got a good story to also share to those who are watching. I mean, your story is one of persistence and just sticking in there until it works. And I think that's always exciting to see. We like to see a grinder.
Yeah, that's all I can do. I can just keep on continuing.
All right, so tell me, when did your athletics journey begin? Did you always play? Did you always do athletics, or did you play rugby, karate, judo, anything else before this?
Yeah, let's just say I was a very busy young boy. So I was always running around and
Yeah,
doing stuff. So, I grew up on a farm, so there's a lot of open spaces and open
yeah, yeah,
fields. So always busy, and then I always did athletics from a young age, especially my older brother Minton. So he started
yeah,
with hurdles, and I wanted to do hurdles, and so I just followed in his footsteps with that. Yeah. But then there was always other sports. I did everything I could. I liked rugby a lot, and swimming, and triathlon, and all those stuff. So I just
Wow.
kept busy, throughout the whole year. I can't sit still, so it's a nice alternative. Yeah, and then eventually, I didn't always perform with athletics. I never
Yeah.
made even a provincial team until grade 11. That was my first time I actually made a provincial team. Before that,
Wow.
uh, I was just training and running, and just enjoying sports. Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny story, when I came into high school in grade 8, my
Yeah.
coach let me train with the girl group. I wasn't fast enough to go with the guys. Yeah, so it was me and
Yeah.
this mature girl fighting it out for the line every training session. So, yeah, I came a long way.
Humble beginnings, humble beginnings.
Yeah,
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And you take that and then you end up being an Olympian, it's just crazy to think. I mean, there's a lot of things I wanna like chat about, man. Like obviously, just like you said, 400 meter hurdles is not you didn't initially start there. Obviously your brother Minting, he did the long and then the short hurdles as well. And yeah, I know how that sibling rivalry always comes into play.
yeah,
So
but not that. This is good rivalry. We're always happy for the other one when they run good. They also put in the work. Yeah, so it's always good and positive.
absolutely, man, absolutely. So obviously, talking about your early running, obviously you said grade 11 things started to change, and then you made it into the world junior team, right? Tell us about that experience, man. What did that mean for you, and how did that change your perspective on athletics and your talent and your potential?
Yeah. So honestly, I didn't know there was something like World Junior Championships.
Yeah,
I knew you had your provincial championships. I grew up in Northwest, so we had our Northwest champs. And then if you make it through, you go to SAs. And then you're done. Then you go and play rugby. Oh, so in my matric year, we ran my biggest competition then was Sean van Wyk, also
yeah,
from Northwest. And
okay,
after the school national champs, he came to me, and I won. He came second. He
yeah.
came to me and said, "Man, we qualified for World Junior Championships." I'm like, "What's this? I
What's that?
don't know anything about it. I'm done. I'm playing rugby now." Oh. And then for the first time in my life, I realized, okay, there's something more to this. Your hard works you get reward for that. Yeah. And then it was quite amazing. I never had a flight in my life. I've never went anywhere um, with an airplane. So then the first time I got on an airplane, it was a flight from Joburg to Durban, from Durban to Dubai, Dubai to Heathrow, Heathrow to Toronto, Toronto to Moncton. I think we flew for 2 days straight.
Yo,
We missed
yo.
a flight in Toronto as well. We had to sleep on the airport. So for me, that was my first
Experience.
experience of flying. But yes, man, I loved it. I could sit back, watch movies, eat, sleep. Just what more do you want to do? Uh, but then eventually we got to Canada, and then my eyes just went open just to
Mm.
see the talent there is. Um, and then to realize how much work you have to put in to get to that level.
Yeah.
Where, especially at youth and juniors, talent still plays a big role. But then
Yeah.
after that, it really depends on the work. And if you can keep
Yeah.
on working consistently, then eventually you maybe get there someday. So for me, that was just the first step to actually see, okay, maybe this can lead somewhere. And because of the World Junior Championships, I got a bursary at Tux. And then I started here my first year at the athletics, and then it just went on from there.
Getting better. Yeah.
Long road.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's do a few welcomes. I know your coach is in here. Lucinda Pinar is in here. I see Maputi Africa is in here as well. Zuan Kleinans. I saw Jacques Nell is in here. Noble will do it. Wenda Nell is in here as well. Looks like this is a family evening. What is it? It's the soapy tonight. It's Leroux Hamman soapy tonight. We also got the likes of Ngoni Makusha all the way from Zimbabwe. I see Noble will do it. Even Noble saying he's a champ. Simone is in here. Well, Star Shamano. Welcome, guys. AC Speedster is in here. Alyssa Conley. I'm sure you know her as well. Coach Maritza Kutia. Hey, it's a party, yeah? Here's a question already from Wendo, where it says, what is your favorite track you've raced on? What's your favorite track you've raced on, Leroux?
Yeah, well, of course, Tux Stadium. That's a classic. You know, your PDs come from this track, from local route. But then my favorite international track will probably be the one in Finland, in Turku.
Oh, Turku.
It's very similar to the Tux track. It's a mono one with different colors, but that's like orange and red. Yeah. And then just the whole atmosphere there, it's quite amazing. So probably that's one of my other favorite tracks.
All right, super, man. Yeah, and I mean, when I was looking at your performances and where you run, you've been so many places, man. From Brazil, South America to all over Europe, Africa. I mean, you know, winning a world challenge in Dakar. It's been a long journey. But I mean, let's be honest, man. 400-meter hurdles, especially for you coming up, it was tough. It was tough. I mean, to say you were SA champ, I mean, you had to dethrone a legend. You know, literally had to dethrone a legend, the man known by LJ Van Zyl. Talk about that journey, man. Like you said, obviously it was a long journey from competing shoulder to shoulder with girls in high school to becoming SA SA senior champ, dethroning LJ Van Zyl. What was the journey? You said you had to make decisions in order to run faster and to be more committed and so on. But talk about that moment. What did that mean for you?
Yeah, so this is actually a very long story. I don't mind telling it, but because I hope through it I can inspire other people to just continue doing it. Yeah. So like I said, I went to World Juniors, didn't actually do anything there. Went to the heats, fell out, done. Yeah, but that made me believe that, okay, maybe there's something more. So my first year I came to Tux, then the first year it's a bit tough always. I don't know, your first year, your performance is just off. So with this story, in my first year, I think I ran a 52, and then second year went down to a 51, third year to a 50 high, then 50.5. So eventually, it took me 6 years to eventually go from, if I remember correctly, my matric year, my PB was a 50 to 06. Yeah. And then from there to my first 49 sub 50, took me 6 years of training hard, running hard, It's just being disciplined year in, year out. It took me 6 years to drop 2 seconds.
And you're losing. I mean, I think people think it's smooth years where, I mean, you know, to win one race is like, it's hard. I mean, the guys you're running against at that time, I mean, it's the likes of Cornell, Fredericks, and all these big dogs. It's LJ.
No.
It's not easy.
Yeah, so my first 3 or 4 years, it was still LJ van Zyl, Cornell Fredericks, P.C. Beneke, Wouter Leroux, Kurt Kuyter. It's just, there's a lot of guys. It was a big battle for me just to make an SA final. It's just what it was. It's these guys that just runs 49s, 48s, and then LJ 47s. It's such a big gap. But I still just believed in myself. If I keep on continuing like this, if I keep on improving a little by little, I will eventually get there. You have to get there if you put in the work for such a long time. I think that's what people are very impatient. They want to work hard for 1 year and then get the results. And unfortunately, athletics doesn't work that way.
Never.
Yeah. So during that as well, I studied mechanical engineering. So in my second year, I also had to make a decision to extend my studies a bit because I couldn't perform and I was not passing all my subjects, and so that was actually a very difficult time for me just to balance it out. So fortunately, I had the opportunity to extend my studies with 2 years. So I had fewer subjects every year, and then I could train and compete and then go overseas and still pass my subjects. So I'm extremely grateful for the athletics because I chose this path. I chose athletics as my main focus. But I took athletics as the opportunity to get myself a degree. So eventually I can do what I love. I can continue with my sport until it's done. But when it's done, I have a degree behind my name and I can continue with the rest of my future. So I'm extremely grateful for that. But once again, it's hard work.
It's hard work, man. So obviously, hard work is in 6 years of patience. I see Stashaman says, wow, this is a journey of patience. 6 years, I'm inspired. So it's exactly that, Ben. So now you get 6 years later, you get to this title where you are finally SA champ. You know, that was your first of 2 SA champs. You were second and so on as well. But I mean, second, your first of the 2 titles that you've taken. The second one is obviously 2021, where you made a comeback to say, hey, mana, that's terug. Los my.
Oud, maar nog nie koud.
So tell us about that moment. Of the
first one or second one?
The first one. Now the second one you've already done it before, but the first one.
Yeah. So the first one that was in 2017. The previous year was 2016, and I went to the Olympics. I think I finished 4th at that champs. Luckily, late in the year, then I ran my PB. So 2017. I had a good start. I started with a very good opening race, and that set the tone for me to actually believe, okay, I can achieve this. So once again, it's just like self-belief. You really have to believe in yourself, and then just work for it. But that race, I will never forget in my life. That specific race. It was 2017 when all the athletes as well. Hashtag full up porch took a stand to actually get spectators there and then just to show South Africa we have athletes can give a show. We are entertaining, So I remember that Porch Stadium was filled completely. Yes. So then eventually that year it worked out that it was me and LJ going for the title. But then once again, it's LJ van Zyl, the legend of South African from 400 hurdles. It's, yeah. So luckily I had the opportunity to train with him a few years and get to know him. And he inspired me a lot as well.
Yeah.
So in that race, I know LJ is a fighter. He just won't let you go at all. Yeah. And the way I run my races is I'm normally a slow starter, and then at the end I like to finish strong and get it done. But then that specific race we went out hard. I stick with LJ, and then at the 8th hurdle we were neck and neck. Normally if I'm with somebody at the 8th hurdle, I know now I can kick and I can do my finish.
Yeah.
But then when I went, LJ went. And I went again, LJ went again. And it's just
pound for pound.
Yeah, so I remember that last 3 hurdles we were stride to stride next to each other, just battling it out. And then luckily at the end I could just dip him over the line and then take my first national champion. So it was, for me, in beating LJ was actually almost bigger than being national champion. It's just the respect I have for him. That's when you can beat him, then you know, okay, the hard work paid off.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, that's a lekker story. That's very nice. So, obviously, like, that brings me to the next question, like, role models. Did you have, who was your role model in athletics coming up?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are big influences.
Yeah.
If I can name a few, especially Wenda now.
Yeah.
Everybody knows she's also a hard worker, but stays humble. Never let anything go to her head. She cares about people. Yeah, and then also LJ had an influence on me as well with his advice, and then Kurt as well. And then especially when I was younger, PSC Bienek also, especially when I was matric, he was actually the first hurdler to actually come and talk to me and just say, no, you're running good, just continue, just continue, just keep on.
Yeah.
So a lot of influence throughout the years, so there's not one guy I look up to and say, okay, this now, but different aspects from different athletes, really made a difference.
No, that's cool, man. That's really cool. let me pick your brain a bit. Let's see if you sharp as a guillotine. I see Alyssa Conley's been playing games with the athletes now. I'm under pressure to play games as well. So I need to test your mind now. You see what you're doing, Alyssa? Why are you always putting me under pressure? So the game is very simple. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to name as many South African 400-meter hurdlers as possible. Coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Okay, LJ van Zyl, Conal Fredericks, PSC Bienek, Leroux, Lindsay Hanekom, Sokwana Zazini, Wouter Leroux, now Marcus Borman, Constant Pretorius, Ter de Villiers, Alwyn Meiber, Llewellyn Herbert, Henny Kotze,
nice.
Was it Dirk Foster?
Time. That's 14, man. That's impressive, man. That is impressive. I wanted to see if you're gonna name some of my like the guys like Ter de Villiers, Alwyn Meiber. Obviously. No, well done, man. Well done. That was dope. All right. I see. Let's continue. So the next question I wanted to ask, your motivation. What did you say is your biggest motivation? What makes Leroux Hamman, I mean, from winning a title in 2017 to winning another one in 2021? there's motivation there. There's something that is keeping you hungry. There's something that is keeping you, you know, fighting and, you know, giving your best in this game. What is your motivation?
Yeah, it's almost the same answer as with the role models. In different aspects of my life, I had different motivation. So actually this morning I talked to Kurt on the track about it, that motivation. Because when you're starting out, you have motivation to reach certain goals. So first you want to reach that time, and you want to go to this championships and world students and so forth. And then eventually when you reach in the Olympics, you actually achieved what you wanted to achieve. And then that's where it becomes difficult to have that extra motivation. So in my case, the only constant throughout it all is just actually my religion, my belief that God gave me a talent, and if you don't do the best you have with your talent, He will take it away. If that's the way it is. So it's difficult to explain. It's just to actually go and enjoy the talent you have. For me, there's certain, let's say, opportunities in your life, or certain instances where I sort of lost focus and wanted to run to get clothes or sponsors or money or something like that. There's certain instances somewhere in your career, you shift your focus and then you run for that, and that's the moment when you start running bad. That's not why. So for me, it's absolutely also just the love of athletics. It's what I enjoy, what I want to do. I would rather spend my time on a track than working in an office. It's
absolutely any day.
So as long as you can do what you love, that's also very inspiring.
No, absolutely, man. You know, I always say, man, like, you know, when I explain it to people, like, why are you still running and whatever, I say, man, you know, it's not that God will take away the talent. It's just that the talent is a window. You get what I'm saying? The talent is a window. Like, you can only run until a certain stage at a certain level. You can run forever, but I mean, at that level where you're able to 100% give the best out of your body for 400-meter hurdles, you know, there's a window. And if you spend time doing everything else out of that window, when that window closes, it's closed. Then all you'll have, you'll tell people stories of, yes, I could have ran, man. I should have went there. I could have been, you know. And I mean, that's all you'll ever have.
That should have is a bad word.
Hey, I'm afraid of it. I'm afraid of it. So I like your mentality, man. It's just, you know, it's your talent. You gotta use it until, you know, until the time for using it in a specific area is done, you know. And then from there on, new chapters come in life. I mean, talking about chapters in life, obviously, you've done your whole degree. You finished your mechanical engineering degree, né?
Finally,
finally. And I mean, you also recently got married. You know, there's a lot of things happening, man. So this is you know, it's part of like the journey of life. And you still went on to win a national title, you know, on top of it. So it's like, it just goes to show, man, as long as you're focused and you spend your time right, you can have it all. You can have your cake and eat it.
Yeah, no, for sure. You can eat it after your season.
All right, man, absolutely. We're gonna wrap it up soon now. Just a message to young athletes. There's a lot of, you know, young athletes, maybe the likes of Lindo Kutlogora, they might need to hear this, or the Zazinis, or many other young athletes that are still in high school that are coming up as well. What message do you have for them, man? I think I have an idea, but I want to hear it from you.
Yeah. Well, it's actually two messages. and both of it just, it's worth believing in yourself. The first one is, especially with coaches as well, don't chop and change. You find a coach who you believe in, and then you work with that coach. So it's exactly, for me, that's how I could have reached my second national title. It's because I believed in Lucinda, and I stuck with her. We actually, in 2019, we had a very bad season. It just wasn't good at all. Don't know why, where it went wrong. And I could have easily then just decided, oh, no, I'm going to change now. But then you have to go with another coach until you have a bad season, and then you have to figure it out again. So find a coach who you believe in, and stick with them. It's really, athletics is building years and years and years. It's building as a stepping stone. Yeah. So don't just switch coaches if you feel like it. If you have one bad season, stick with your coach, believe in them, and they will get you through. Yeah. And then the other thing is, don't ever let your performances or anything else get to your head. Remember why you do this sport, and remember who you are. Just because you run faster than another person doesn't mean you are better than that person. A guy on the street, he can be a genius, he can be so much smarter than you, but now because you're faster, you think you're better. And that's never a good place to be. If you are, always stay modest, because with that modesty, you will keep on working hard and you will keep on improving. And that's the secret to success. Just keep your head down and work hard.
Absolutely, man. Plain and simple, old school. But I mean, if you grew up on the farms, you know that mentality. It's just work hard, don't get carried away. I always say, when it comes to criticism and compliments, you must take them the same, and don't let them get to you. They must just it must be like water on a duck's back. You must just, compliments are good to hear, but they mustn't get to your head. Criticism is good to hear. It mustn't get to your head as well, So plain and simple.
That's very true.
All right. Final. So to everybody who is watching Team Leroux, I know there's Team Leroux was in the building here. Your wife was in here as well. I see a lot of former and top athletes, hurdlers that were in here to see what's happening. What message do you have to everybody who supports you, and whether in South Africa? I know you've also made a lot of fans traveling in Europe as well, and even in South America, etc. What message do you have for everybody who's been supporting you all these years?
It's just, I really appreciate it. It's nice. It's especially nice when you're down to know people are backing you, to see they actually still believe in you, even when you're not believing in yourself. And every athlete goes through that point somewhere in their career where they think, okay, maybe this is now done, or maybe I can't do it anymore. But then it's the people in your life, the people that believes in you, that actually can pick you up and let you continue on with your journey. So it's just the success you have is also from the people that supports you. It's not just your success alone, So it's really appreciated, and I don't think they always grasp how big of a difference it makes in an athlete's life.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Big ups to you. And I think from our side, I think just want to thank you, man. Thank you for being persistent. Thank you for sticking in there, for being a good role model. Even Jack, for Reyes in here. I mean, you're pulling out some Takis archives here, bro.
It gives away my age.
Man, remember, we've ran for many years together. I mean, through the Takis and all that. I mean, and it's always good to see you, man, and see you shining. Mariska says, go Leroux. Thanks a lot, man, for making time to join us. Thanks for your inspiring story and just also people getting to know a bit more about you. So yeah, keep shining, keep doing your thing. We're watching. You've given us many good memories, many good races. I mean, that's what keeps Backtrack alive. You must understand. Like, we say by athletes for athletes, because when athletes are doing well and performing, it just makes our job that much easier, because all we have to do is show people what you've done. I mean, that's our job. We don't have to try lie or make up times. You guys just run the times and we can show the world. So thanks for the years of your years of running, and yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you, and thanks for Backtrack Sports. It really makes a difference in South African athletics. We really need it. Like all the athletes know that there's no other platform that will present us with this and give us the opportunity for the rest of South Africa to see us. So yeah, thank you guys very much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Leroux. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, we're going to wrap it up over there. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining in. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. He is horse number 9. He's a sprinting machine, 400 meter, 2-time South African champion. What is it? What is the World Challenge champion as well? That's a cool one, man. I think not many people know that one. Tian Sklenan saying legend. Tian, we're going to have to get you on here soon because you're causing a lot of havoc in these short hurdles. So thanks, guys. We'll see you again soon. We're back again later this week. Alyssa Conley will have a good chat this week. She should be having Sunette Viljoen. So tune in for that. BackChat, Back Your Girl with Alyssa Conley. So back your girl. And yeah, let's keep growing and let's keep the love of athletics moving. Thanks, guys. Take care. Good night. Chap Leroux. Cheers.
Yes, Chap, chap.